Today we'll be learning how to multiply a decimal by a decimal using decimal grids. Our objective today is we will be able to multiply a decimal by a decimal by using decimal grids and the standard algorithm. So yesterday we learned how to multiply a whole number by a decimal, and we learned that the whole number, multiplying a whole number in decimal, is similar to multiplying two whole numbers. So today we're multiplying a decimal by a decimal. So what we're going to do is use one decimal grid. I know yesterday we used more than one decimal grid to show that how the decimal was repeating and it was multiplication. But today we're going to use one decimal grid. So 7/10 times 5/10. What I'm going to do is count 7 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to go ahead and shade that vertically. So shade that in. Shade it in. And we don't have to shade all the squares, but we need to shade them enough to make sure that we know that this is part of the 7/10. So that's 7/10 represented on the decimal grid. Now we have 5/10. So we know that the multiplication sign means groups of. So this is groups of 5/10, but we're not going to shade them vertically. We're going to shade them horizontally. And it doesn't matter if you shade them at the bottom of the decimal grid or at the top. I just normally shade them at the top because that's the first place. So we're going to count 5 going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to have these overlap, and that's okay because that's exactly what they're supposed to do, is overlap one another. So we're going to shade 5/10 going across. So this is the model for 7/10 times 5/10. But you're probably asking, well, where's the question? Where's our answer? Well, the answer is where the two of them meet. This is our answer part. So I'm going to put a line over all the squares that overlap in each one. So I'm going to try, see. That's my answer. So if I count them up, we learned yesterday that one square out of the 100 is 1/100. So we're going to use an array. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 5/10 5/100. Well, really just 5 times 7. So 5 times 7 So 5 times 7 is 35, which it has 2 decimal places. So here's 1 decimal place and here's the other. So we have to have 2 digits behind our decimal place because that represents place value, tenths, hundredths. So our answer is going to be 35 hundredths. So now it's your turn. Go ahead and multiply 2 tenths times 5 tenths using your decimal grids that have been given to you. Pause the video, and once you have finished shading and multiplying, turn the video back on. So go ahead and pause. So let's look at 2 tenths times 5 tenths. So we have 2 tenths, and what we know we're going to shade in 2 tenths vertically. Okay, and then we're going to shade 5 tenths horizontally. So I'm going to put a dot here, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to put a border around them so I know where I'm shading it. So I'm going to shade those. So then I'm going to take my black pen and outline where they overlap. I'm going to put a line over the squares that overlap. So I'm going to count my squares: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 hundredths. So 2 tenths times 5 tenths equals 10 hundredths. So let's go try another problem.